Welcome back to Factorio and Darkstar, and we're currently playing Bobs and Angels. Now, in the previous episode, we did all the advanced alloys. So we now have Invar, we have Cobalt Steel, and we have Titanium, which is really good. We also did all the alloy production for it. A lot of it stopped now, but that's because we ran out of the ores themselves. And in between episodes, I've deconstructed what we had up here. Because, as you've seen in the previous episodes, I much prefer to have a dedicated ore setup, so I'm not having any byproducts like this iron ore, for example. So, in this episode, I want to work towards getting the ores, the dedicated ores, so the gold, titanium, and cobalt. Now, to do that, because we have the researchers, we need ore sorting facility 4, and because we need ore sorting facility 4, we need titanium. Alright, already got that. We need reinforced bricks. Great, we already have that. Processing units. Ah, that's where we're stuck. So, what we are doing in this episode is we're coming up to the concrete setup here, and we're going to produce glass. We're going to have the glass fiber, and once we've done glass fiber, we're going to come over to resin. Going to upgrade the setup a little bit, maybe expand it slightly, and then we are going to make the boards that we need, the fiberglass boards. Then after we've done that, we're going to come down here and probably expand this train station slightly and build the blue assembler, the blue circuit setup maybe over here, or maybe around here. Not sure yet. We'll figure it out. Maybe even build a new train station for it. Haven't decided. But that is the plan of today's episode. So let us sort out glass and glass fiber without crashing into stuff. He says crashing into stuff. I need to keep an eye on these repair packs. I only have 4 left, but I've not gotten any more because I only get repair pack 2s. Because I am dangerous, as you've seen. So what we need to do now is we need to take some of this actually. Okay. Because essentially we need the silicon powder and the lime. We also need alumina later to mix together to make glass. How am I going to split this, I wonder? Is it possible to? It must be. Let's figure this out. So I essentially want to do it 3 ways. So we'll have the materials come this way. We'll do this. Then we'll do and probably that. I mean, that's 3 ways now. So we'll want to come this way. So it makes sense to use this one just here. Probably makes sense to come up this way as well. Let's do that. There we go. Then I think it makes sense to do another underground like that. Do that. And we'll do that. Nice. Okay, so I have the powder mixers. I'm going to do some kind of setup. I'm not sure where, maybe here? I always like it lined up, don't I? So we'll do that. We're going to go for glass mixture 2. I do want to use 3 with alumina. Because we're here, and it gives us extra. But unfortunately, we can't have it. So, here's what it is. How many can we fit in between, I wonder? Is it 4? Like that. Yeah, alright. So we'll do a pickup like that. We'll have the mixture coming in here, but then we've got we can expand and have alumina come this way later on. Let's do the outputs like this. Now copy, paste, 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 paste. How many do we have here? 24. Let's get a few more. 28, 32, 36. Probably overkill. Okay. Let's come over here and do that. I think what I'm going to do as well is have that split just like that. Come this way. And maybe like this. So it's already set up. I mean, what I could potentially do as well is even put in the longer inserters just like that. Just so later on I can just apply the change. Building for the future. Lovely. Now we have all of this glass mixture. Okay. Now we want to put this into induction furnaces. I'm not entirely sure how many of these I want. We'll have the 4. 4 seems plenty. How many do you guys need? Into molten glass? 12 every 4 seconds. Alright, makes sense for you to have bulk inserts then, I think. Move that one. Let me just put this down. Yeah, we have molten glass. Bandabidozy. Let's do the casting machines now. And I think we'll do the casting machines over here. Yep. I think I'm happy with that. And this is going to be glass fiber. We don't have any of the water bores, that's fine, we'll just use a little bit of water fill then. Maybe some down here. Yeah. Let's copy you and paste and paste. Now we have the water. Now we just need to put in the glass. Don't need the bolts. Can we just use fasts, please? Let's offset you. Cool. Glass fiber, or fiberglass even. You go down here. No, 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 no. Try that again. Yeah, fiberglass in there. I think one train at a time makes sense. There we go. Now let's have the output. Is it here? Hello, cat. Okay. So we'll just leave that to construct a little bit. How do we make regular glass? Is it just with casting machines? I feel like it is. Yeah, just casting machines. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the one with lead. I mean, I suppose we could. But I would put molten glass on a train, I'm not gonna lie. Huh. Didn't notice that. Something to fix later on. Anyway, let's just use the regular casting machine. I think we'll do this. Okay. No. My cat's been a little bit mean to me. She wants attention, and she's digging her claws into my arm. When she wants attention, she gets attention. That's how she sees it. There we go. And then it's just this, right? I only want one train full though, so this is almost done. The last thing though I want to do is actually put it down on here, however. So I'm going to want glass relatively soon from in the mall. So I'm thinking about solar panels. We need a reliable source of power. Okay. So we've done fiberglass. I've not done the processing, not the processing units, the boards yet. We'll do the boards next. Should have had it on my list, but hey ho. Okay, so we'll put a train here. And we'll put a train here. Technically, we could have done this in just one train station and just had filters on either side. But I think this makes more sense. Right, let's move you and go to that. All right. And then we want train stations just there. Okay. So what are these boards called? I can't remember. They are called just fiberglass boards. Okay. And then we'll have the ingredient of fiber coming in. Now, I would like you... Oh, I have no trains though. That's fine. We still can set everything up, can't we? Let's remove this. Don't need this anymore. So let's increase the production here. So I was thinking what we could do to help maybe is potentially build some kind of tank, maybe? I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Let's remove these, please. These. I am going to move these around. I'll get rid of these pipes. Get over this way. Because otherwise it just feels in the way. There we go. I'll remove you. And we'll connect you up this way instead. So we've got a better area to utilize now. So let's say we have, I don't know, something like this. Have the resin come this way. Just like that. We take fiberglass that way and put the boards out this way. Yeah? And that makes sense to me. I know that's overkill. I'm not going to need that much right now. So we'll do that. Then we'll have an amount. I think one train full. For now at least. I decided to head off. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay. So we are going to have an output station like that. And an input station like this. Right, let's move this a little bit. Alright. I think that's set up ready for me. Let's have a bit of a buffer here as well, I think. Okay. Let's head back to the main base now. Do those trains. Try not to crash into everything as I get there. Okay. Probably grab some more fast transport belts as well while I'm here. Okay. It's definitely going to be enough. Got enough silos. So when it comes to these, all I need is silver plate to add. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to extend this. Does it make sense to try and build it down here, though? I don't know yet. But yeah, we need more trains set up. So let's grab you lot. Let's grab you lot. We always need more and more trains. Let's place most of you down here, I think. Let's place one of you here. Oh, you don't have your interrupt set, okay. Better. It's so nice not to have to worry about any of this. Okay. Yep, that's all set up now. I think what I'm going to do, though, is add you to the science, please. Empty cargo. Anyway, clicking you, fiber, full cargo, off you pop, empty cargo. And then I would like you to grab fiber, passports, full cargo, and I'll leave you to stay there till I've built the appropriate stations. Now, before I head off to the electronics build down here, I want to go to the conductivity core and get the gold plates. Because we're going to do a bit of a bespoke setup, because normally we want to use gold wire in the electronic setup. So let's head this way. All that gold. Oh, that's more than I wanted, actually. I only wanted one train full. Let's grab that amount. You know what? No. This should be enough for what we need to begin with. This should give us quite a lot of gold wire. Okay, now let's head back. Let's head down this way. Yeah. Okay. Back down here. Maybe move out the way slightly. Put you there. Thank you very much. So, come this way. And down that way. Like that. I knew I'd do 2 extra there. Okay. I'm going to press copy and grab all of that. So silver plate, gold wire, sulfuric acid, fiberglass. And then the blue circuits. I think that's everything. Let's have a look at this recipe up here. Yeah. Yeah, we have everything else here. I'm wondering why it wasn't working. I was expecting it to, though. And then there we go. Lovely. And what are these called? Processing units. So here we are going to want gold wire. We're also going to want fiberglass boards. We're going to want silver plates. And last but not least, we are going to want sulfuric acid. Which is this one? You know what? Let's put gold wire here. We'll have sulfuric acid here. Yeah. Cool. Let me just head back to the main base again. I just want to have some kind of storage unit for it. And then we should be ready to go. A wee bit of coffee there. Right, let's come back up to in fact, let me come in here actually. No, not that. What do I want? Hello. Processing units. Empty cargo. Thank you very much. I'll set the other trains in just a sec. No, not you. This. Let's do that. Just want to make sure I'm not connecting those two fluids up, because that would not work. Alright. Now, come over here. Sulfuric acid. Empty cargo. Silver. Empty cargo. Full cargo. This is going to be gold wire. Empty cargo. Full cargo. Obviously not going to bring anything. I think that's everything for now. That we need. Amazing. So, we've got some grenades. Let's get rid of you guys. It's a bit faster than waiting for the robots, isn't it? But in fairness, they have sped up a bit. Okay, so looking at this, it's a 1-to-1 ratio again with the boards and the processing units, similar to what we did here. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing, I think. So we're going to have... I'm not designing this at all, I'm just going to start placing it here. maybe do that. Have a 2 gap. So we're going to have that. So it's going to be our ferric chloride solution, and this is going to be our thing in. Let's copy this, return it around. Maybe do that. No, we'll do it this way. The reason for that is because this requires 3 inputs. So it'll have things coming in with both of these. So we'll do that and that. Now what we could do is move this slightly there. And do you and you, but drop over there. Now we've got these extra long ones. Then we could have another belt come up this way for some reason. Yeah. I'm not sure. And then we could have another belt come up this way. So that could be up to 4 components, and then we'll have an output that way. Yeah. And then drop like that. So I'm thinking at the minute. How many is that? 12. Yeah. Let's copy this. Horizontally flip it. Then do that. And then copy all of that. Then do that. I brought 400 fast inserters with me, and I realize I do not have enough. In fairness with this process, these take a while. I could have just used regular inserts, I suppose. We'll be heading back to the base to get some more. We've got silver plate here, which is really nice. So I was just kind of looking up that way. Okay. Thank you. Of course, we want copper. Because to make these, we need copper as well. So, does it make sense to go here? Go that way. And then we could have you guys go up this way. You guys go down that way, because that's fiberglass. And again, you guys go down this way. Yeah. To just a train's worth. And then have you come directly out straight away. Yeah, let's use you. I mean, it could come down this way. There's plenty of, like, real estate this way, isn't there? Okay. So I think I want the fiberglass to be on the outside. So all of this is going to be copper and silver. Just like that. So this needs to be split 4 ways equally. So let's head down this way. Yeah, okay. So you're going to go down like that. You're going to go down like that. You're going to go down like this. And you are going to go down like that. I think what we could do is potentially do that instead, just to save on belts, really. And split it here instead, but it's effectively doing the same thing, isn't it? Yep. Then we'll copy this. And this will be the fiberglass coming down. Thank you. How are you filling up the fiberglass? How is this going? Not too bad. What is your blocker? Is resin. Of course it is. But when we finally do get you, we don't need that much fiberglass, do we? No. So let's go like that. Maybe flip you going down this way. Okay, that'll be the fiberglass as well. The next thing we need to bring down here is the ferric chloride solution. We'll do it fairly high, I think. Yeah. Cool. I think the inputs for this, so obviously this is going to be processing units coming out. But then we're going to have inputs. I think they'll come from this way. Just placing these down now because I want to figure out how we're going to power this up. Plus before I split it up, didn't I? And I didn't do that this time. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. So that's all of the wires. Wires? You know what I mean. That's all of the belts done. This is going to be over 2. So maybe we do that. No, I don't think we do. We do that. And then we come over here. Let me just start connecting this up. Just want some of this flashing to stop. It's really bothering me. Okay. Let's head back. Let's get some more inserts. Inserters aren't that way. Let's come to inserts. Is 200 enough? I doubt it. Right. Let's come back up to resin. I kind of want to understand the issues that we're having. So you're making enough urea. That's not the problem. You're not making enough formaldehyde. Is this formaldehyde? No. This formaldehyde? We're making formaldehyde. This is formaldehyde. No. This is urea. Oh, this is formaldehyde. I thought it said bioelectric synthesis of methanol. Oh, it does. We're only... I see. So this produces methanol, which goes into there and produces formaldehyde. I see. Been a while. We've almost got the next 200, so I'll just grab these now. But yeah, we're going to have a better think about what we're doing up there. Let's get the car. Okay. Now, what I was thinking about before is having a bit of a bus, and I do want to bring that to fruition. So I'm going to bring those materials down this way. There are other things to go on the bus, but I'm going to bring them down this way instead for those. So let's do a 3 like that now. I'm going to plan this out. Let's fix that. I'm so going to need some more belt with this, aren't I? I guess. I know it's so tiring. Let's bring them down to here. Okay. So thinking about what these guys need. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have something very similar to this, where we've got the two silos. One of them will be transistors, so I think I'm going to steal this design a little bit. But we only need half the electronic components, so I think the other one is going to be the integrated electronics instead. And then down here is going to be the basic circuits, the basic electronic components, and the solder. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this over here. Bring you this way. And this is where processing units are going to go. We're ways away from it yet. But still, it's nice to get it started. So how many basic electronic circuits do we need? So it's only 8 of these. It's fine. So I think what we're going to do is just leave the materials just here. I'm not going to bring them any further. Now this is going to make 8 2-second, which is 2 full red belts. So this is when it's at the right speed. So what I think I'm going to do, right, I'm still thinking, is that we have 8 of these, just like that. This is what I want to do. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to place it right here. Let's turn the robots back on. Okay. We'll have the carbon just come here, because that's nice and easy. We want to copy this bit. Thank you. Yes. Do that. But it's going to come the other way. Like that. And go like that. Alright. And then we're going to copy you. And then we're going to figure out how to balance everything. Okay. That wasn't wildly unpainful. So what we could do is make this go up slightly. We could. How about no. We'll split it further down. Trying to think of ways to save a bit of belt, you know. So I'm thinking maybe we come down this way. Yeah, we totally need to go back to the base soon. Let's connect this up to power. And let's grab some more belt. How much belt? All of it. I think while I'm here as well, even though I've got 330 fast inserters, let's just grab a few more. Okay, so this is going to need to go into 4. Okay. We can do this. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Just need to figure it out. How about I just do this for now? So that'll be one of these split. And obviously we'll have it come out like that. And then for the other one we'll just do this. This makes sense. This is easy. We're familiar with this. So we'll do this like that. And then that like that. Then we'll come down and do this. How about we bring it down slightly? There we go. And then that's that done. We can then do that to that. And then that to that. Cool. I mean, let me fix this actually. That doesn't need to be a splitter. We've already split it. Yep. Let me just get rid of that so it's not in the way. And then we can do that to that. And that to that. And that to that. And then that to that. Okay. Nice and simple. Now, for transistors, we need 28 assemblers. How many do we use here? 28. Amazing. Let's just copy and paste all of that. Yeah, I really like this design. I don't want to open it. Yeah. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is bring it this way. Place it down here slightly. Yep. Place a silo right here. What I'm going to do though is again come up to here and copy this. Yep. Just while I'm here, is there any researchers I want? Explosives. Maybe better weapon damage for when I go up against the biters again. That'd be nice. These are not prerequisites for anything, and I don't want them. I don't need them for anything. Advanced nickel casting, I suppose. No. Energy accumulators 2. Ooh. Yeah, why not? Bulk inserters 2. Ooh. Search capacity bonus. Yes, please. LDSs, they're not useful right now. That would make them lighter and stronger for sure, an LDS. Aluminium, titanium, plastic. Do that later. Military 3, maybe? Could do, I suppose. I mean, getting that would be quite nice, but it requires modules. Should we start researching things to make modules in a bit? I think it makes sense, doesn't it? So we'll do gem processing and gem processing 2. Let's place these down as well. I really should help these guys out. Might be moving some of these belts around slightly. This was plastic and silicon wafer, wasn't it? Oh, fiberglass is now here. Amazing. Okay. Let's get you to do that bit as well. Come over here. These need silicon wafers too, alright? I'll come back to you. How many wafers do we need? Just 4. In fact, We've already done this. Let's just copy that. We already know what we need. So I'll do this, I think. Yeah. We'll have the silicon wafers come out this way. They'll split. And then we'll have plastic come this way. And we can have plastic and silicon like that. And then plastic and silicon like that. Have silicon wafers come down, sorry, monosilicon come down this way. And then silver wire come down this way. Yep. Okay, let me connect you guys like that. So I'm going to have yep. Fabulous. I think I'd prefer plastic in the middle. In fact, no, plastic here. And silicon there, then silver there. Okay. Now, if I put these back up, we do need silicon and plastic, so these do need to split. But silver does not, because you use gold wire. So if I bring you down like this, nice and easy. Silicon like this, however. Yeah, we'll just put it right there, and then I can take from it later on. And then come down this way. Where are we going to split you? Maybe do you to you and you to you, and then we'll split you there. Fabulous. That's transistor setup. Now, how do we do these? So I'll need 30 of them. Okay, so let's come over this way. I want to have a similar setup like this. So if we want 30, we'll want 7.5. So we can have 2 outputs maybe for this one. That makes sense. And copy you and be like, and that's 15, right? Cool. And copy and flip. However, I'm already realizing a problem. Let's remove these straight away. Let's remove some of these. The issue I'm remembering? What these require? They require sulfuric acid. So let's flip you. Does it make sense to flip you this way? Well, you guys need 2 inputs and you only have 1 output, so yes, it does make sense to flip you this way. Okay. And then we can have you do that and that. You're also going to have 2 inputs. Not that far up. It's going to be like that. To 6. Yep. 8. 10, 12, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.5. Is that the first 8, right? Yeah. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. But insert here, get it to drop there. Is it? Nope. Further down, but pick up from there. And then we can have you do that. Come down and do that. Let's copy that. And vertically flip it. And match it on the other side. Okay. Super annoying. If I do that, then this, that should be fine. And then up here, right? Right. Let's connect acid up. Right, let me remove transistors just so I can see. So, yeah, you guys need quite a lot of these stuff, don't you? Yeah, it very much makes sense to have gold and silicon on that side. How much do we need for silicon wafer here? How many of these? Would be 5, okay. They're kind of similar to this. about we do silicon up this way? So we could have the monosilicon come in this way. How fast do you produce? 6 every second. Yeah, fine with doing that. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. I want it to be on like 2 belts effectively. If I do this and then that. Yeah. Let's bring monosilicon this way. Maybe we bring it this way instead. Just mindful that we might use that stereotype mine at some point. Just thinking it makes more sense to do that. Cool. So that'd get us the silicon wafer. Silicon wafer definitely needs to go on this side. Because of how fast it needs to be. Okay. That's all the silicon wafer. We'll probably need to upgrade this to a bit faster belt speed in a bit. Right. Let me offset this. Okay. Now, next what we need is gold wire. Now, if I was doing this, I need 2 of these. So effectively, I'd need something like this. But obviously, gold wire instead. So that's how it would be in reality. So gold wire would come this way and would be all hunky-dory. However, we need to figure out what else we're doing. Because to make gold wire at the minute, we need to do that. Need to make copper wire and gold plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up into the electronics facility up here and grab some copper wire. I don't want to belt it all down here. This is highly temporary. So I'm just going to grab maybe that much. I feel that should be plenty, to be honest. How fast are blue in blue? 1.25 and your crafting speed 1 at okay. While we're here, let's bring plastic around. Let's... 1, 2... Sorry, I just realised I need to come this way instead. I need a little bit more space. In fact, even more space than that. That should be fine. Because I'll need 4 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I need to get rid of these. That'll help though, don't worry. There you go. Can you expand this way? No. Well, I suppose you could do that. But no. How am I getting stuff over here? That's my question. Maybe we... Maybe we do that instead. We'll use the splitter. Down like that. We still need to leave a gap here to do that. And put it down like that. We know what we're going to do here in reality. Let's cut this and move it back to change the recipe for you guys. So I'm going to do you and you. Not going to work how we want it to yet, but it'll be one of the first things I construct is the gold wire facility. So We are going to have let's do it like this. So this is going to be gold wire. Nope. Gold wire. Yeah. It's going to be copper wire. I'm going to have you use the bulk inserts here to do that. How long do you take? Half a second. Nice. So we're going to have you do something like this, maybe? So that'll be your input. Should be all of this gold I have. No, this just needs to be fast, isn't it? Now we'll use both. Fine. Let's do a 3. Yes. Gonna have you filter on there. Yep. Do that. And then we have our 2 just like this. Okay, we'll have another box right here with you. I know you don't have power, it's fine, don't worry. And let's place you just here. Yeah, that's annoying. So we're making gold wire. Obviously this is going to run out soonish. I'm going to filter you. And do exactly the same there. Now we're making these. Now let's connect stuff up. Silly. Let's connect these up as well then. It's like, why is this running so slow? I mean, I knew it was slow anyway, but... Alright. They're all there now. We have one less thing to connect up now. That's the fiberglass. So it's already ready to go. Nope. Let's copy this. One train full, please. And we'll have a maximum of 2 trains, even though that'll take like a million years to fill up. My current speeds anyway. Okay. And this is the last component to be made. I thought we were going to get an achievement for that. I'm quite disappointed by that. I felt like surely making our first processing unit deserved an achievement. Amazing. So, processing units done. So, what is the priority? So, we need to come back to hybrid catalyst, and we need to make 5 crystallizers. So, how many processing units do we need for that? 25. Nice. So there's going to be a lot of handcrafting involved to begin with until we get transport science up and running. Right, so we'll use those. I'm going to grab my car. Where it is, it's down there. And we're going to set up hybrid catalyst next. Now, so I'm going to set it up. I need to pick up more materials first. I'm going to grab all the titanium in the silo, which is only 2,000. So I limited it before, as you may remember. Go this way. Ow. 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 So that's titanium. And then I want to come up to concrete and get some of the refined concrete. And I should have all that I need to make tier 4 buildings. Or the purple buildings. Cool. So let's grab 3,000. Should be plenty. crystallizers. Now have half of you. And now I should be able to make 5 of these. Amazing. So these are pointing the wrong way. So they're coming up this way. I think the idea was that let's look at hybrid catalyst. Okay. Let's place you guys. I don't know. Here. You back up. Hybrid. So we'll have crystal catalyst come this way. We'll have mineral come this way. In between the minerals, we will do this. So we'll do the bulk inserters just like this. Offset them. I need some more bulk inserters, which is so annoying. Let's connect these up at least anyway. Okay. My car's just down that way. And I'm already making gold wire. A new tier. I am. So all I need is the casting machines. Cool. Yeah. So let's grab you. I hardly needed to drive this distance. Right. So, Vulcan says. We now have hybrid catalyst. Let's do the same thing over here as well. Let's limit you to 2 trainfuls, yeah? In fact, why? Why am I limiting you? We have all the materials to keep making lots and lots of you. Yeah, just leave it unlimited. Right. So what ore do we want to start making first is my question. I think it's going to be gold. That way we can have the electronics facility just continue doing what it needs to do. So I want to make 12 ore sorting facilities, 4 I think. And I need... Yeah, should have enough of that. I picked up 36 because I'm just thinking the ores that I want to make is cobalt, titanium, and gold. Why not just get all of them, you know? Strand casters as well. I don't know how many I want. I think maybe 8. The gold wire. Can I make 8 straight away? Can. I'm going to pick up some more processing units. This is now stopped because gold has stopped, right? Yes. Oh, we still have a fair amount of gold there. It's because copper stopped, right? Grab some more copper then. Still going to pick up all of you. Then I'm going to come up to you. Can't make all of you. It's not because of the brick. It's the titanium, right? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe titanium should be the first ore we create then. There you go, crack on. Have fun. Whoops. I wish I hadn't gone through like this. This is unhelpful. Let's come down this way. Okay. I mean, we've already run out of the gold ingots anyway, let's be honest. But what we could do is place you guys down. We'll have you prepared for later. So I'm not producing any more down here. This is going to be the very last thing we have. So gold, copper wire. So we're going to have you and you like that. I'll have to figure out how we're getting water here, but that's fine. Cool. Let's figure a way how we bring copper here. I mean, copper is already down here. It's fine. How about disconnect you? Then we can have most of the gold come out that way. Disconnect and delete, please. Have you do that. So you've got all the gold and copper now. Now we just need water. Did we have water just here? So let's bring this down. Let's bring you down that way as well. Fantastic. I think we can disconnect you guys. And you. Yeah. And then we're going to have gold wire here, yeah. So let's... Yeah, gold wire. I can't put the silo here, but I can put it just here instead. Okay. Now it's just a gold ore that we need to stabilize. Where is my car? Placed very unstrategically there. Let's come down this way. And let's grab all the titanium we can again. This way I can make another 12. Yeah. Nice. So this is going to be all of the ores now. We can make cobalt as well. How long's the episode so far? Yeah. Make it a bit of a long one. I want to grab more belt for sure. Feel like I've got enough rail, that's fine. Have we got enough stations? Yes. No, I need more stations. Okay. Let's grab more of you. Yes, please. Yes, please. And yes, please. I don't need any pipes or anything. I've got enough rail itself. It's just train stations I need to make more of. However, what I'm thinking as well is I need to place more trains down. Now, each of the ores that we'll be making now require hybrid catalysts to come in, as well as 3 different crystals. So that is 4 trains each. Yeah, so we'll need a minimum of 12 just for our inputs. So, we got 6 down. Let's place another 10. Let's copy the interrupts. Cool. Amazing. Let me just come over here quickly. I want to make sure the train limits. In fact, I'll have up to 2. But I'm going to come quickly up this way and place some rail signals. So 2 trains can be there. I'm just going to place them. Yeah, that's space for a train. So let's change this for all of them. Enable train limits of 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Now we have the 36 ore sorters. We can make all of the ores now. Amazing. And I think that's everything I need, right? Let's come up this way. Ow. Now let's look at what blueprints we have. I think ultimately what I'm going to do is yeah, copy you. No, let's blueprint you. I'm going to blueprint just so I can remove stuff I don't need. So none of you, none of you, none of you, none of you. Don't keep the train station names. Remove, remove, remove. And remove, and remove. Great. So we'll do... Let's come back actually. Yep. Remove you as well. Because I already have them placed down. So 1. Yep. 2. 3. So titanium ore. Right. What do I need for titanium ore? Rubite, cruthenium, sapphirite. Marvelous. Are those the right ones actually? Just making sure. Yeah. Let's do the next ones over here. And then I'll start setting up some trains. Come over to hybrid as well. Let's enable train limit of 1. It's fine. I should place some signals here as well, but it's not a big deal right now. Let's come over you. That station. Hybrid. Full cargo. Copy, paste, paste. Head there. And then I want you to come to titanium. And empty. Let's do this. Rename these. Gold ore. And what do we need for gold? Saphirite, rubite, and bobmonium. Okay. Which is remarkably similar to titanium. Yep. Nope. That's what you're meant to be. Okay. Allow you to go to gold and empty. Off you go. And then the next one obviously is going to be cobalt, juvelite, titanium, and bobmonium. Okay. Cobalt, gold. Right, all of those are set up now. Let's set up the rest of the trends. Okay. Separate crystals, full cargo. No, copy paste. You were needed for gold. Empty. And you were needed for titanium. Empty. Crack. Up. Full cargo. You were needed for gold. And you were needed for cobalt. Ruthenium. Full cargo. And you were required for titanium as well, I believe. Yep. And you were required for cobalt. Empty cargo. Off you pop. Rubite. Full cargo. You were required for titanium. And I think you're required for gold. You are juvelite. And you were required for cobalt. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is all of them. I suppose it's fine. You don't technically need a chain because you've got chains coming in. But that is slightly higher. That's annoying. I think I've got all of these set up now. So this is going to be remarkably similar. Let's remove you guys, please. So we're going to have you pretty much in the middle like this. Yeah. So these are going to be the inputs. This is titanium, right? Yeah. Lovely. Now you take 1.5 seconds for all of this. Okay. Pick up. I'm going to have you come down like this. And we need to make 6 every 1.5 seconds, so should we use bulks for you? Why not? I think what I'm going to do as well is copy this, paste it over here, and paste it over here. So that you're going to be gold. That was gold, right? Yep. And you're going to be cobalt. Okay, so let's get rid of you guys. So what I'm pretty sure we're going to do is have you offset like we normally would do. Get you to come this way. Put you into a chest. Paste, paste, paste. I need to head back to the base because we don't have any brass chests left. Was it making brass chests? I can't remember. That could have been bad. I feel like I was making brass chests. Yes, I was. Yeah. That should have enough. Okay. So what I'm thinking about doing is just doing that. I see, I see. It's fine. It needs to be on half sides each anyway. Yeah. I'm also wondering as well, am I overdoing it when it comes to to the belts? Because I think I am. Let's remove you lot. Like that. And then I can copy you and place you closer like that. Copy you guys. Flip her. No, no. Let me move out of the way. Sorry. Let's copy you. Copy. Yeah. I feel this makes more sense. It doesn't. Right. So you're picking up from there and there. You need to pick up from here. There. Cool. And then we can copy you lot. Horizontally flip you and do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and get rid of you two. And paste again. And change you back to gold and then cobalt. Let's power this up. Part of me wants to move this to the side by one just to keep it straight. Oh dear. We're not going to do that, don't worry. We do that and go up like that. We do that. We don't have any silos. Why don't we have silos on us? But it is working like we wanted to. It is going to the end. And all of them are functioning. All of them have like got a green symbol, or at least did anyway. Just gonna make some more silos quickly. You only need 3, right? What's the silo recipe? 20-20-10. to that. So I can make 20, right? Now. Alright, so silos. We're going to place you right here. Right there. Because we want it to be on both sides like this. So like that. I'm also going to have it come to this way as well. And this is for when we're using Catalyst. Because there's one where we have to use titanium and gold, right? That should be fine just to continue, right? Apparently not. With how much I'm making, it should only be one full red belt, I believe. Let's power this up. Okay, let's make another blueprint. Now I'm going to copy all of this. However, we're going to remove all of the rail, all of the signals, and remove the ore sorting facilities. Keep everything else. Yep. So now what I can do is yep. Nope. Let's remove these and remove these because they're in different places. Let's replace this blueprint. But this time keep the ore sorting facilities. Fuel? How weird. Signals and everything else. Yeah, I think so. Yep. This is slightly different. We don't use cobalt ore for a catalyst, so we can remove that. Everything else should be correct. Just going to change the recipe to gold. And then change that recipe to cobalt. Let's help with belts. I'm happy for this to overproduce. Now, while we're doing this, I just want to... Because obviously it's taking a little while to make everything, isn't it? So, let's come over here and look at processed titanium. Advanced titanium smelting 2. How do I get to you? Okay, that's fine. We can do that. And then we can do advanced titanium. We also do advanced gold and advanced cobalt. Because at the minute, there's facilities that we've got to make, like titanium ingots and gold ingots and cobalt. They're not the most efficient we could potentially use, so yeah, I want to do something better with them. Okay, that should be all connected now. Make sure it all works. And now we're making gold. Beautiful. Let's help with belts. And as well as doing these, is right. So getting ethanol. So there's better gold pouring. We've already done that one. And then obviously we need the utility science pack, which to be honest I've already kind of looked at and it kind of scares me. There is a lot to do with that one. So we need to figure out lithium. Need to sort out LDSs. I suppose we're making most of the things. We're already making silicon nitride. These should be relatively straightforward, I suppose. But yeah, these two. These are going to be the tricky ones to make. And probably lithium-ion batteries. But that's the way away. How is pollution doing? Still okay. How's science doing? Yeah, not too bad. So pretty. Not missing anything, am I? Of course I am. Let's just grab a few more bulk inserters. So much gold and titanium, it's beautiful. We could also do resin too as well, because resin was quite slow, wasn't it? Yeah. Lots of things to fix. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it was the call of the void. Back up this way. No. Thank you. And let's just make sure everything here is fine. I have no doubt that it will be. And we have cobalt being made. Amazing. So, let us do one last thing before we end this episode, and that's plan what we're going to do next. So, we need to like revisit gold, titanium, smelting. This is going to be at the top of the list. Want to revisit resin. This is going to be quite high on the list. Not the top though. I then want to do battery plants for sure. I want to do lubricant. Lubricant's going to be super easy to make because we're already making the base mineral oil down here. So we've got plenty of it to use. And we've already got the residual gas, so we've got plenty of that as well. That's all we need to do is mix those two together and then place it down here. Easy. Because we'll need lubricant for the next tier of science. Any other things I want to revisit here? Advanced aluminium casting. Copper and silicon. No, I'm okay. But the coolant one's quite nice, I suppose. Nitinol. Maybe. We need a lot of yellow sciences for that, though, to be honest. I mean, we don't need it for vehicle roboport. But yeah, as nice as Nitinol is, we're too far away from it. The walking vehicle. Ooh. Hello. Advanced processing unit. Yeah, we're too far away. We're too far away. So yeah, Nitinol, I don't see the point in researching just yet. There's too much to do. We'll definitely want these at some point, as well as this, obviously. Zinc? Silicon, maybe? Electro refining? Ooh. Thorium. This would be nice. Make our electronics faster. Yeah, let's research that. Thermal refining. This will be nice later on, where we get the purified stuff, and then we can start making tungsten. Battery 3, is this the one where we get silver zinc? Okay. So we can make silver zinc ones, we can make lithium ones. Yeah, I'm going to research the next tier, even though I'm not going to make it for a long time. Is there any other batteries as well? Yeah, I don't see another version of batteries. These are all like equipments, aren't they? But no, by making this, when I'm building the battery plant next, I know exactly what train stations to have. So I then know all the ingredients. But no, I think those are some really good points to start with, and I think I want to do all of them in the next episode. Then once I've got transport science, once we finally have transport science, we're then going to build up base more. In the meantime, there's going to be a bit of handcrafting, and I think that's what I'll do in between episodes, is make a few additional things by hand. But I don't think there's anything else I'm going to do, is just make stuff. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, why not come across to the next one and let's see what happens next. See if the chaos takes over. But no, I think we're in a pretty strong position right now, having all of these ores ready. I'm not going to start the trains yet. I want to change the processes first. I think I'm just going to start researchers now. I don't think there's anything else I want. Ooh, advanced research. So this gives us a better lab. Gives us better research speed. That sounds nice, but we're not making any of that yet. Not making any of the express bolts. And then we get to alien research. Ooh. Much later on. We'll leave it for now. But no, thanks very much for watching today. You guys take care.